So, welcome back to the Raising Our Vibration podcast, where we explore higher consciousness through spiritual practice. Today, Stephen and I are going to talk about realizing RIGPA all at once. So, what's RIGPA? RIGPA is in the Buddhist tradition, but especially in the Tibetan Buddhist Dzogchen tradition, which is a pointing toward our essential nature as awareness itself. And specific qualities are emphasized in Dzogchen as being interdependent and simultaneously expressive of what RIGPA is. And these three qualities we're using as a reference for this, the book Fearless Simplicity by Sogni Rinpoche. These three qualities, when realized together, give you a non-conceptual recognition of awareness itself, of RIGPA. So RIGPA is not something that can be conceptualized, as it's a holistic, intuitive, direct view or vantage point, a gestalt that's beyond the subject-object divisions of our everyday language and our dualistic modes of perception. So these qualities are ways to point toward this realization of what natural awareness, that within which all experiences arise, is like. So let's go through these three qualities, and then we're going to talk about a way to embody them, to realize them, to recognize them. So the first quality is empty essence, empty essence. So essence means describing a thing in itself, an object. And RIGPA is not an object. It's not a thing with measurable properties. It's non-graspable as a separate identity. It's neither substantial nor nothing. It's unbound, it's free, it's spacious openness. So that's the first quality, empty essence. And the second quality is cognizant nature. So knowingness. It's clarity, luminosity, self-shining knowingness, cognizant nature. And the third quality is indivisible unity with unconfined capacity. So it's the ground of all experiences. In other words, everything arises within this boundless spaciousness without limit via dependent origination, which is the irreducible web of causality, this oneness within which everything arises as a movement of that one field. So those are the three qualities. So in a sense, each of these qualities informs the others, so that the all-at-onceness of them gives a glimpse into what awareness itself is like. So as a tri-unity, they kind of counter and balance each other, so that if your conceptual mind tries to grab onto the one of them and say, oh, that's what RIGPA is, the other ones come in and kind of deconstruct that, so that the conceptual mind is kind of shut down or quieted, and RIGPA, natural awareness, can arise. So, for example, if conceptual mind tries to grasp RIGPA through the concept of emptiness, there's a tendency towards thinking, well, nothing is there, nothing has meaning, everything is pointless, towards nihilism. But this is a conceptualization of RIGPA. Nihilism is a conceptual framework. It's not a realization of what emptiness is, which emptiness recognizes the inherent no-thingness, openness, and freedom of RIGPA. So Here, cognizant nature comes in to highlight the knowingness quality, which clarifies and brightens awareness to that realization of emptiness. And then again, if knowingness is emphasized as the one quality, there can be a tendency for conceptual mind to become arrogant as the knower. And so the next quality comes in, which is indivisible unity with unconfined capacity. And what that tells us is the ground of all awareness is one. It's not a personal knowingness. It's not me knowing. It's knowingness of the whole field. Okay, and then to complete the circle, if you try to grasp that one field, oh, that one field is a thing. It's the unified field. I know what that is. It's this extant thing in itself. Then empty essence comes in again and says, it's not a thing. It's open. It's unbound. So it's all three of these qualities at once, held at once, become this gestalt, this realization of RIGPA, of awareness. So that in itself is a very conceptual presentation, right? So let's get into how we can recognize this and realize this in our own embodied experience. And Stephen and I have found that specific posture cues and energy centers that we use in subtle energy meditation embody these qualities and support our recognition of them. So for empty essence, this is embodied in soft, relaxed openness in the hands. So in our meditation posture, we have our hands cupped in our lap, soft and open. And as we feel into that relaxed, soft openness in our hands, we sense this quality of unbound, spacious openness. And cognizant nature or awakened clarity or luminosity is represented in an upright spine. When we sit nice and upright and we can feel that energy rising up through the spine, there is a brightness to the field. We feel alert, we feel attentive, we feel more clear and intentional. So the upright spine, not held too rigidly, but just nicely upright, is an embodied sense of awakened clarity. And then indivisible unity with unconfined capacity. So we embody that in feeling our feet rooted into the earth, into the ground of being, into this one field, this stillness, this silence, this spacious oneness. And there's a felt sense to that gives you a sense for this grounded presence of this one field, this indivisible unity quality of RIGPA. So these posture points also balance each other. So if you, for instance, you're just focused down into your feet, you can tend to, and you're really down into the earth and you're just focused on that downward quality of embodied presence in the ground, you can tend to kind of get really relaxed and kind of foggy and so on. So then the upright spine balances that and brings awakened clarity to that grounded presence. And if you're getting too drawn upward and you're too kind of overly strong up here, then this soft openness of your hands counters that and just takes away that rigidity and opens you to the soft, unbound, spacious quality. So let's go through right now and go through these posture points, embodying them together And you can have an experiential sense of what we're talking about. So just sit comfortably upright with your feet flat on the ground and cup your hands in your lap, one resting in the other with the tips of your thumbs touching lightly. And tune into sensory awareness using the following posture cues. And we'll take a little bit of time so we can really feel in a sensory way each of these posture cues and each of these qualities. So first of all, is feel your feet firmly on the ground. So direct your gaze slightly downward. So you're oriented down toward the ground, and sense into your feet. And feel the contact of your feet on the ground. And relax your feet and your toes, almost as if your feet are melting down into the earth. And feel this indivisible unity, this field, this ground of the earth. And use that felt sense to feel into the whole field. So through your feet, you feel this indivisible unity with the earth, and you feel the ground of being. Notice what that's like. And now gaze softly straight ahead and focus into your hands. Awaken sensory awareness in your hands and fingers. And soften, relax, and open your hands. And feel this open space in your hands, in your palms. Feel this quality of openness, this quality of empty essence, this unbound openness. And from your hands, just allow that sense of openness to extend outward in all directions. So there's this infinite openness. And you can feel it. And now direct your gaze just slightly upward. And imagine a string attached to the top of your head, drawing your spine gently upright. And feel a sense of awakened clarity, this knowingness rising up through your spine. And feel this sense of knowingness, this awareness, this brightness. Notice how it feels when you're gazing just slightly upward and you're feeling this uprightness of your spine. Notice how it brightens attention, gives you this cognizant quality. Now direct your gaze straight ahead and soft once again. And feel all three qualities at once. So feel your feet on the ground. Feel the oneness of the field, the indivisible unity. Simultaneously, the openness, the soft openness, the boundless openness in your hands. And the awakened clarity, the knowingness of your upright spine, all together at once. Feet, hands, top of your head, all at once. Eyes are still, soft. Be aware of being aware. And rest as awareness itself. Indivisible unity, soft openness, awakened clarity. Let go. Self-shining awareness. And now just notice how everything arises within awareness. So everything's included. Nothing's separate from awareness. Rest as awareness. Openness, knowingness, oneness. Let go. Let go of trying. Simply rest. Open, aware. One. Self-shining awareness. Here, now. Feel your body as an expression of awareness. Your mind, your thoughts, your feelings. Movements in awareness. Everything's included, nothing's separate. This recognition is always available. It's always here, now. Shining forth upon and through everything. Thank you all for your practice.
Kevin, thank you. I was simply holding space for that beautiful practice. It reminded me of Longchenpa, who wrote extensively on RIGPA, speaking about space and meditation on space without edge or center. And he says, amongst many beautiful lines, he says, every moment is an unbound flow of empty, natural knowing. And that meditation was like that, an unbound flow of knowing, empty, clear, and indivisible. So thank you, Kevin. That was truly a beautiful practice indeed.
Thank you, Stephen. And thank you all for joining us, for participating with us. Thank you for your practice. And if you'd like more information on practices like this, awareness practices, subtle energy meditation, you can visit raisingourvibration.net. And there you'll learn about our 10-week subtle energy meditation course, which is starting again soon, as well as our community of practice and other offerings. Bye for now. See you next time.